Okay. So good morning, everyone. My name's Jessica Lacey. I'm a fourth year exercise science major here at Tech. And the goal of Up and Moving is to provide free at-home workouts to the community to help keep everybody active and healthy. And for today's workout, we're going to start off with a warm-up for a little bit, and then I have some strengthening circuits planned, so that will be fun. And then we'll finish off with like a cool down with some stretches. And yeah, so we can get started with the warm up. I will start my timer. Okay. So first, what we're going to start off with is just some marches. Just get our blood flowing a little bit. Just going back and forth here. Maybe march a little higher each time, driving those knees up. And then we're going to slowly reach higher and higher, going into a ladder climb. Really reach for the sky, bring the knees up. Keep going, just a few more seconds of this. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get a little bit of stretch going. We're going to go back and forth, grabbing our knee and pulling it to our chest. We're just going to alternate here. Not forcing anything, just going until you feel a good stretch. Just a few more of these. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring our knee up. We're going to clap in between, arms up again, clap in between, bring that knee up again. Going back and forth here. Okay. Next, what we're going to go into is sort of like a modified jumping jack. We're going to go back and forth, moving our arms inwards and outwards, crossing over, tapping our foot over the other one. Just a few more of these. Okay. Then next we're going to go into sort of like a windmill. We're going to have our arms out at either side. We're going to go back and forth, tapping our opposite toe. You might feel a stretch in the hamstrings. Really control the motion. Just a few more of these. Okay, next what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into some leg kicks. So we're just gonna pick our leg up, touching it with our opposite hand. We're just gonna go back and forth here. Pick a little bit higher each time. Just a couple more of these. Okay. Next, we're going to go into a little bit of spine rotation. You're going to lunge forward, and you're going to rotate to either side. And you're going to step back. We're going to alternate lunging on either side. Just getting a little rotation in the spine. Just a couple more of these. Okay. Next, we're going to get a little bit of a stretch in the calf. You're going to extend one leg, keeping the other leg bent. And you're going to scoot forward. And we're going to alternate on each side. Reaching until you feel a stretch in the back of the calf and the leg. Just a couple more. Okay, and to finish off our workout, we're gonna get our heart pumping just a little bit more. We're gonna start with some jumping jacks. I'm gonna go back and forth, and then we're slowly gonna speed up here. Speeding up a little bit more each time. And then I'm gonna go in to the regular jumping jack. Fast, just a few seconds here. Almost there. And done. Okay, shake out your arms, shake out your legs. Get a drink of water if you need it. And then I'm going to show you the first set of exercises for the first circuit. So we're going to do each of these exercises for 1 minute, and then we're going to have a little bit of a break in between each one. For the first circuit, we're going to start off with a lateral side step, and we're going to squat. We're going to step to the side again, squat. We're just going to be going back and forth here. And then for our next exercise, it's going to be an ab exercise. We're going to bring our arms all the way up. And we're going to do some slow and controlled high knees, really squeezing that core. And then we'll just be going back and forth there. And then for our last exercise in this set, we're going to be doing the goal post where you have your arms at a 90-degree angle. We're going in and out. And that will be our first circuit. And I will remind the exercises before we start each one. So, time for the squats. Get ready, set, and go. So squat, step to the side, squat. Just going back and forth here. 1 minute. Only go as far down that feels best for you. Halfway there. Just a few more seconds here. Okay. And done with the first set of with the first exercise, I should say. Take a break. And then we'll be back with the knee marches with our arms up, alternating back and forth. So just rest here a few more seconds. All right, get ready. Arms up and begin. Just alternating back and forth, squeezing that core. Controlling movement. We're almost there. All right, and finish. We'll break for a few seconds. And then our last exercise in the circuit going to be the goalpost. Knees are met, or with your elbows at a 90-degree angle. Going back and forth here. We have a few more seconds to rest. All right. Get ready. And go. Just going back and forth. Really squeeze those back muscles as you bring your arms back. Keeping an upright position. You can also focus on keeping your core tight, keeping that good posture. Keep going. Almost there. All right. And done. Shake out your arms. Take a break, and then we're going to repeat that circuit one more time before we move on to the next circuit. So after our break here, we'll be starting off with squats again. Squatting, stepping to the side, And then squatting, going back and forth here. I'll give a few more seconds. Get some water. Okay. Start getting ready here. Ready, and again, squat down, side step, squat again. Just a few more seconds here, we got this. All right, and finish. Take a break here, and we're gonna go into our abs next again. Their arms up. We're gonna be driving that knee up. Take a few seconds. All righty. Start to get into position here. Arms up. Ready, and begin. Going back and forth here. Really squeezing that core. Control your knee upwards. Keeping those arms high. Almost there. All right. And done. Shake out those arms a little bit. You're gonna rest for a second. And then last exercise of this circuit, we're gonna do the goal post, elbows at 90-degree angle. Going out and in. Just take a few seconds of rest here. And then we'll get going. All right. Get ready. Elbows up. And begin. Really squeeze your back muscles as you bring your arms back. Squeeze your core. Keep your good posture. Keep going back and forth here. We're halfway through. You might feel a burn in the back of your shoulders. All right, and done. Shake out those arms. Get a drink of water, and I will show us our next circuit. Okay. Now for this next one, we're gonna start off with a curtsy lunge. So basically, you're gonna just start regular and then lunge backwards into the opposite side of your frontward foot, crossing over. Only go as far as is comfortable for you. So that will be our first exercise. And then next we're going to do an arm exercise. We're going to keep the back straight, hinge at the hips just a little. And then we're going to do some tricep pulses. Get those arms burning a little bit. And then we're going to finish it off with another ab exercise. This one will be on the floor. This is the bird dog. So you start in the tabletop position, and you're going to alternate. Bring opposite foot, opposite hand forward. Keeping your back straight. And just alternating back and forth. First, we're going to start off with the curtsy lunge. So get ready into position. And again, crossing over behind you, lunging down, return to center, and repeat on the opposite side. Really slow and controlled motion. Halfway there. Keep going. All right, and done. Take a break here just for a second. Then we're going to go into our tricep pulses. Just a few more seconds. All right, get into position. You want to hinge at the hips, bending the knees slightly, extending your arms back, and again, just pulsing back and forth here. Try to keep your back straight. Might start to feel a burn in the back of your arms. Just a few more seconds here. We're almost there. All right, and finish. Shake out those arms a little bit. And then we're going to go into our next exercise in a few seconds, which will be the bird dog. Starting off in the tabletop position, and alternating back and forth. Give a few more seconds here. Okay, get ready and begin. Really control the motion. Trying to keep your back flat. halfway there. All right, and finish. Take a break here for a few more seconds, and then we will repeat this circuit another time. And we'll be starting off with the curtsy lunge back and forth. Take a break for a second, get some water. Okay. Start getting ready here. A few more seconds of rest. Okay. Get ready and begin. Crossing backwards. Slow and controlled. Trying to keep that back in a neutral position. We're halfway through. All right, and done. Shake out those legs a little bit. Rest here for a second. Now we're going to go into the tricep pulses again, where we hinge at the hips, bend in the knee a little bit. We're going to pulse back and forth here. We'll rest for a second. Alrighty. Get into position. Hinge forward, slight bend in the knee, keeping the back straight. Get ready and begin. Just pulsing back and forth here. Keeping those arms straight. Halfway through. Might feel a burn in the back of the arms. All right, and done. Shake out those arms a little bit. And then we will go into our last exercise of this circuit, which will be the bird dog again. Starting off in the tabletop position. And then extending, opposite arm, opposite leg. Going back and forth here. Keeping the back straight. We'll give a few more seconds of rest before we get started here. All right, get into position. Get ready and begin. Going back and forth here. Try not to twist your back or hips. Keep that spine in a neutral position. Squeezing that core. Make sure you keep breathing. We're almost there. All right, and done. Take a little break here, get some water. Then we'll go into our last two circuits. And we'll begin the next circuit with a glute bridge, which will also be on the ground. Feet flat on the floor, laying on your back. And then we're just going to squeeze our glutes and bring our hips off the ground. We want to make this one a little harder. We can extend the leg at the top, alternating back and forth. So that will be our first exercise. For our second exercise, it'll be an ab exercise again. We'll be on our back. We'll have our feet at a 90-degree angle. And then we will tap our toes to the floor, moving back and forth. And then for our last exercise, we're going to be doing some Supermans, which is a back exercise. We'll be laying on our stomach, arms, legs extended. And then we are just going to raise up and then relax back down. Okay, so that will be our next two circuits. Starting off with the glute bridge, we can get into position here. Feet flat on the ground, arms at either side. Get ready and begin. You're going to squeeze those glutes to bring your hips off the ground. Really slow and controlled motion. You want to make it a little harder. Extend that leg out at the top. Alternate back and forth. Just a few more seconds here. Okay, and done. Take a break here for a second. We're going to go back into our ab exercise. On our back again. Knees at a 90-degree angle, squeezing that core. We're just going to tap back and forth here. Give a few more seconds of rest. All right. Get ready. And begin. Tapping those toes back and forth. Really controlling the motion. Squeezing your core. Trying not to let our back arch. Almost there. All right, and done. Now time for our last exercise, which is the Superman. We're going to be on our stomach. With our arms extended. Just going to raise off the ground. And then relax back down. We'll give a few more seconds to rest here. All right, get ready and begin. Really squeezing those back muscles, controlling the motion. And slowly lowering back down. Almost there. All right, and done. That is that circuit completed. We're going to repeat that just one more time, and then we'll go into our cool down stretches. So while resting, I'll show you. We're just going to get into our glute bridge again. Squeezing those glute muscles. Bring our hips up off the ground. Okay, just a few more seconds here of rest. And then we'll go into our last circuit. Okay. Get into position here. Arms at either side, feet flat. Get ready and begin. Really controlling the motion here. Squeezing those glute muscles. Halfway there. Okay. And finish. Take a rest here. And we'll go back into our core exercise. We'll be laying on our back and just toe tapping the ground, alternating legs back and forth. Just a few more seconds of rest here. Okay, get ready and begin. Really control the motion, squeezing your core. Trying not to arch that back. Almost there. And done. On to our last exercise of the day. Gonna be those Supermans again. On our stomach. Arms and legs extended. And then we're going to raise them up and control it back down. I'll give a few more seconds here. And then we can get started. Alrighty, get ready. And begin. Raise those arms and legs up. And slowly lower back down. Squeezing those back muscles. This is our last exercise. We're almost there. All right, and done. We're all done with the circuits for today. And then I'll let you get a drink of water, take out the arms and legs, and then we'll get down into our cool down stretches. Alrighty. To begin the cool down stretches, we're just going to do some gentle rotations back and forth here. Stretching through the side a little bit. Nice and gentle. Just a few more of these. Now we're going to get a little side stretch going. So we're going to reach up over to the side. We feel a nice pull on the side of your ribs. Then we're going to alternate to the other side here. Just going to go back a few more times. Make sure you're breathing. Gonna go up and over again to the other side. And then switch. Okay, let's switch one more time. Alrighty, and then for the next set of stretches, I'm going to be using a chair. Okay. So the first stretch that we are going to start off with is going to be for our hamstring. We are going to extend one leg straight. Extend one leg straight, and then we're going to hinge at the hips until we feel a good stretch in the back of the leg, keeping the opposite leg bent. Just leaning a little bit forward, more each time. Okay, we're going to ease off of that. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Extend your opposite leg, hinge at the hips until you feel a good pull on the back of the leg. Take some deep breaths here. Lean a little bit further if you can. Okay, we're going to ease off of that. And then next we're going to go into the figure four stretch. So we're going to bring our ankle up to our opposite knee, kind of making a figure four with your feet. And then we're going to hinge with the hips forward until you feel a good stretch in the back of the outer hip muscle. We're just going to breathe here for a few more seconds. And we're going to ease off of that. Same thing on the other side. Bring your ankle up to your opposite knee, making that figure four with your legs. And then we're going to slowly bend forward, hinging at the hips until we feel a nice stretch in the back of the outer hip muscles. We're just going to breathe here for a few seconds. We're going to ease off of that. Next, our next stretch will be standing. I like to hold on to the back of the chair for this one for balance. We're going to bring our ankle up, grab our foot, and feel a good stretch in the front of the thigh here. So we're just going to hold this for a few more seconds. Taking some deep breaths. We're going to ease off of that. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite leg. Bring your foot up. Just holding it here. Taking some deep breaths. Just a few more seconds here. We're going to ease off that stretch. And then we're going to go into a calf stretch, which I also like to hold onto the chair for. I'm going to go into a lunge position, keeping that back leg straight. Hold onto the chair. And then I just lunge forward, keeping that back leg straight until I feel a nice pull in the back of the calf. We're just going to hold it here for a few seconds. Taking some deep breaths. We're going to ease off of that. Reverse. Having the opposite leg at the back, keeping that leg straight. We're just going to lunge forward slowly. So you feel a nice stretch in the back of that calf. We're just going to hold it here for a few seconds. Taking one deep breath. Okay, we're gonna ease off of that. Next, we're gonna get some arm stretches in. We're just gonna bring our arm across our chest. Hold it here. You can do this either standing or sitting. Feel a nice pull in the back of the shoulder and arm. Okay, ease off of that. Do the same thing on the opposite side. Taking a few deep breaths here. We're going to ease off of this one. We're going to stretch the back of the arms by going out. Putting a little light pressure on your shoulder there. Or not on your shoulder, on your elbow, I mean. You're just going to hold it for a few seconds. You're going to ease off of that. Do the same thing on the other side. Using your hand to apply a light pressure to that elbow until you feel a good stretch. All right, we'll ease off. And that concludes our warm-up for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you are having a good morning. And if you're interested in the rest of our workouts, we have a YouTube and a Facebook page where we have a bunch of pre-recorded workouts for anyone to use and access. And yeah, so have a good day.